the primary source for Christian life is the Bible, right? And so we try to footnote our statements with Bible verses to make them more real, the same way you would, you know, if you're writing an essay, which is a good practice, except for we've all had that experience where we're writing the essay for school and we know we have to have footnotes in it. And so we make our statement and then we run to the internet, try to find quotes that support what we've already said, and we jam them in there because, well, the teacher says I need to support it with sources. Sometimes we'll treat the Bible that way. Is that I'll make my statement, and then I'll run around behind it and go, okay, well, I said this, I got to find a verse that supports that. So where do we go? We go to our Magic Search app, we go to our concordance, we type in whatever idea that I already have, and then I tack on a verse at the end of it. And again, that's, to me, that's doing violence to the Word, or to the Bible, and how it's written. The Bible says I'm always right. It's amazing how that works. So there. Oh, okay. Great. And yeah, because you do hear that from the kids, right? And then by extension, the Bible says I'm always wrong. And so you have kids that grow up in the church that the only message they heard was I am wrong. And so they're like, okay, I guess I'm wrong. And so they'll go through life and will encounter grown-ups that have been in church their whole life, that their main perspective is, yeah, I know I'm probably wrong. Why? Well, because the Bible has always been used to prove that I'm wrong. Yeah. And so that's my thing. Okay, so you got to know the Bible. If you want to live biblically, you got to know the. And now I guess I do have to. One last thing here is, I'm going to deal with this in a couple minutes too, but the idea of the experts. Nobody knows the whole Bible, and especially like nobody studied it, and thank God there are people out there who spend their entire life studying the Bible. And so there are experts out there that can help you. That's why when you come to church to hear the Bible taught, that's you acknowledging that, hey, you know what, somebody out there studies the Bible, I want to hear what they have to say about it so that I can know more about the Bible. And that's okay, there's nothing wrong with that. The thing to always keep in mind when you hear an expert talk about the Bible, at the end of that, what you end up with is what the expert thinks about the Bible, not what the Bible actually says. And that's true for me. Like when you hear me say, well, this is what I think the passage is saying, you leave that conversation knowing what I think the Bible is saying in a certain passage. When you read a book, when you hear a podcast, when you hear a sermon on the radio, you know that perspective that the expert says. You do not know what the Bible says. Okay, the Bible speaks for itself. Now, we have to get help in understanding it, but we do just always have to keep in mind that that's the expert's opinion on the Bible. Now, they might be right. It's not that they're wrong, but don't automatically assume just because somebody speaks into a microphone they know what they're saying.